Okay, today we are doing right triangle trig, okay? So, there are certain steps that we're writing down, okay? So first of all, steps to right triangle trig. Number one, you must know an acute angle. So if I look at our notes, here's my notes. Let's do example one. I know my acute angle. I'm going to circle it, okay? I'm going to circle it, okay? Okay, step two. Step two, pick the known side. Okay, well, if I take a look at example one, I'll let you guys write that down. So pick the known side. So if I look at example one, I'd have to pick the 12, right? You guys agree? Pick the 12. Now, the way we label triangles is with their letters. This is triangle PIG. It's my favorite triangle. And then if this is angle I, directly opposite would be little I. If this is angle P, then this is little p. If this is angle G, then this is little g, okay? So I label my triangle from the letters. Angle P, angle I, little I, angle G, little g, okay? So then, pick the known side. I've got that. Step three, choose a side to solve for. Okay, write that down. Choose a side to solve for. Write that down. And it doesn't matter which one. It does not matter, okay? So here we've got it, okay? Choose a side to solve for. I could either solve for little I or little g. Stefan, which one do you want? Little I, it does not matter. I or g?
Let's do G.
G it is, okay? Now, what we're going to do next, we've chosen our side. Step 4, we're going to name the sides and set up the correct trig ratio, okay? Name the sides and set up the correct trig ratio, okay? Go ahead and write that down, and I'll show you what it means, okay? Right triangle trig can be really easy. You just have to trust me, okay? Are you ready? So, if this, it all comes from the angle. I'll say it again. The names come from the angle. This is the angle you picked. That's my opposite side. You guys agree with that? That's my hypotenuse. And that's my adjacent. Okay? If that's the angle I picked, that's the opposite side. That's my hypotenuse. That's my adjacent. Pretty good on that? Most important piece right here. If you do not get that, ask, okay? Okay, guys, are you paying attention? You need to. So now, if I use this angle and these two sides, which of the three trig ratios am I going to use? Take a look. I have the opposite and the hypotenuse, right? Opposite, which one am I going to use? I'm going to use sine. So let's set it up. So the ratio up there says sine of theta equals the opposite over the hypotenuse, right? But we want to put in the numbers and the letters, not sine of theta. But that is what it says. So I'm going to go, okay, sine of 54. So I'll go sine of 54 equals, well, according to this, it's the opposite, which is 12, divided by the hypotenuse, which is g. Okay, how am I doing? So just set it up. It says, the formula says sine of theta. Well, theta is my angle, which is 54. So put 54 right in for the theta. Opposite of hypotenuse, the opposite is the 12. And the hypotenuse is g, which we don't know, okay? Now, what's our next step? We're going to cross multiply and solve, okay? We're going to cross multiply and solve, okay? Write that down. So, if I cross multiply, I'll bring the g up here, and the g goes right up there, okay? But then I'll have to divide by the sine of 54. So I move the g up here, I'll get the g up here, but then I'll have to divide by the sine of 54. So I'll really, in a sense, switch places with them. So I have g equals 12 divided by the sine of 54. Okay, so then, what am I going to do? Well, use my calculator, okay? Now make sure we're in, you ready? Degree mode. We're going to go back into degree mode. You have to be in degree mode. Why do I need degree mode?
Degrees are for dummies.
Because Because it's 54 degrees, right? And degrees are for dummies, but, you know, we're not going to do a triangle in radians. So we're just going to do our, just like it says, we go 12 divided by sine of 54. Uh-oh, I'm in the wrong mode. I can tell already. Can you tell I'm in the wrong mode? My answer doesn't make any sense, right? So, oops, I made a mistake. Oh, I'm in radian mode, degree mode. Okay, quit. Let's try that again. How about 14.83? That's little g. So then little g equals about a 14.83, okay? Little g, 14.83, okay? All right, now, we still aren't done with this triangle. We have to find a couple other things. Now, angle I is easy. Angle I is easy. How are we going to find angle I? Oh, angle I, you're ahead of me, not little I.
Just 90.
90 minus 54, you guys okay with that? So my steps, step 6, to find the other angle, we're just going to go 90 minus theta. Theta is the angle we just had, the 54, right? And Will's right, we're just going to go and do our 90 minus 54, and that'll give us angle I. And what's that? 36, thank you, 36 degrees. Okay. And then Madeline, how are we going to get little I? You guys agree? Pythagoras theorem for little I. So then the last step would be step 7. Find the third side by Pythagorean's theorem. Okay, and we did this. We started doing this all the way back in geometry, so we should know how to do this, right? So I'm just going to pick up and do my, squeeze it in here somewhere. Little I, I'll squeeze it in here. I'm running out of room, but I can squeeze in. Little I squared plus 12 squared equals my 14.83 squared, right? You guys see that? Can you see my little Pythagoras theorem? So I is going to equal the square root of 14.83 squared plus, minus 12 squared, right? So I'm going to go 14.83, I can clear that. I can just do answer squared. Get accuracy, answer squared. No, I can't do that. I can do answer squared. My bad. Answer squared minus 12 squared, square root that, right? And about 8.7. 8.7. We're running out of room, but 8.7. But you guys know Pythagoras theorem, right? Everybody agree? Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem. You guys learned that back in 7th grade. Sorry. Okay. So what do? Okay. You first find the unknown angle using the ratios, right? All of these names come from the angle. I'll say it again. All of these names come from picking your angle, all right? Don't ever pick the 90, boys. Okay, Lane, you're gonna be glad. He's gonna be glad I moved him, okay? So I'll put you back there, okay? Stefan, yeah. So then, after I solve, the other angle's easy from 90, and then I can find the last side by Pythagoras. Okay, now, what about example 2? There is no angle, right? But you still pick an angle first.
It's a 4-5.
It is a 3, 4, 5, you're right. But let's find out what the angle is. So it's still the same thing. Pick an angle first. So Analia, you get to pick. Do you want to find A or T first? Okay, so find angle T. So same step. Pick an angle. So pick an angle. We're going to pick angle T. Okay. Use the two given sides. So I know the 5 and the 4, but what are the names of the 5 and 4? Well, the name of the 5 is the hypotenuse, and the name of the 4 is my adjacent, okay? What button do I push when I want the angle?
Inverse.
Yes. I must use, to find an angle, I must use some trig inverse. Okay, let's figure out what trig inverse it is. Okay, I have the adjacent and the hypotenuse. Adjacent, hypotenuse. Which trig inverse am I going to use?
Cosine.
Yeah. So if we set up cosine of t, because that's my angle, cosine of angle t, because that's my angle, that's theta. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to find it. And that's equal to the adjacent, which is 4 over 5, right? How am I doing, okay? Let's use the inverse button. So what I'm going to do next is just go cosine inverse of 4 over 5. So when you want to find the angle, you must push the inverse button, okay? Always. If you want to find the angle, you must use the inverse, always. Okay, so cosine inverse, make sure you're in degree mode. Cos inverse 4 out of 5. I get about 36.9 degrees, okay? 36.9. So my angle T is about a 36.9 degrees, okay? All right, good. Now, what else could I find? What else could I find?
You can find angle A.
Yeah, let's find angle A. How would I find angle A? Totally right.
Make that angle, I guess.
90 minus my 36.9, right? Right? Don't those two always have to add up to 90, right? So 90 minus my 36.9, I get a 53.1 degrees, okay? And then what? I don't have a little t, but you guys already told me it's a 3, 4, 5. But how do we know that's 3? How do we know it's a 3, 4, 5? By Pythagorean's theorem, right? Yes, it's 3 because it is a perfect triple, but you could go 4 squared plus t squared equals 5 squared, right? And you will get t to be 3. This is what we should have done instead of rockets. We should have gone outside and taken a measured something. That's right. That would have been better than getting yelled at, huh? All right. So a tree. Here's my tree. Here's my tree. Here's my nice looking tree. Casts a shadow of 25.7 degrees. Okay. Oh, angle of depression. So sorry. 532 feet. The angle of depression. Now this is where you get yourself in trouble. This is not the angle of depression. In fact, technically, the angle of depression is right here. Right? That's the angle of depression. But I don't know if you remember anything from geometry, but you remember the z from geometry? Remember the z from geometry? Parallel lines. You remember the alternate interior angles? You guys remember alternate interior angles? So that's 25.7. So is that. Okay. Now we're gonna make an assumption here. Trees grow straight. You okay at the right angle there? Okay. Let's find the tree. Could you find the tree?
Yeah.
Step 1. Pick an angle. Which angle do you want to pick?
25.
There you go. Step 2. Use the given side. What side are we going to use?
530.
Step 3. Choose a side to solve for.
The tree.
The tree. Exactly. Okay. So from the angle, what's the name of each side? What's the name of each side? They have names, right? Adjacent and opposite. Very good. Adjacent, opposite, totally right. Adjacent, opposite. Which one is it? Tangent. It is tangent. So we'll go tangent of 25.7 degrees equals the opposite, which is t, over the adjacent, which is 532. Okay? How do you solve for t? Yeah, like any equation, this is a division, so we undo it by multiplying. We do the opposite. Let's multiply by, if we multiply by 532 or multiply it up here, we'll have 532 times the tangent of 25.7 equals t, and I'm just going to use my calculator. Okay, clear. 532 times tangent of 25.7. I get 256 feet, huh? That's a tall tree, isn't it? It's like a redwood. Wow. It's a big tree, huh? Okay. Turn the page. All right. Example 4. Okay, so a point on the ground, 500 feet from the base of the building. So let's put 500 there, okay? How's that sound? Observer finds the angle of elevation of 24 degrees to the building and 27 degrees to the flagpole, okay? So this is not that bad, but we're going to do two right triangles, okay? We're going to do two right triangles. First of all, let's find the right triangle to the building, okay? So we'll call it B for building, right? So we'll go through our steps, pick an angle. How about the 24, right? Pick our given side. How about the 500? Decide what to solve for. How about the B for the building, which would be called what? So these two are called what? These two have names. Names that go up there. What are these names called? Opposite and adjacent. And then Alondra said we're going to use tangent. You guys agree with tangent? So first of all, for the yellow triangle, first triangle, we're going to go tangent of 24 is equal to little b over 500, right? Move it over. 500 times the tangent of 24 equals b. Tangent of 24. And I get an answer of about 221.6 feet. Meters, feet. But we're not done. We want the height of the flagpole, right? So let's look at a second right triangle. So my second right triangle is the one in orange, okay? We're just going to do this process all over again and just subtract the two heights, okay? So this turned out to be 222.6. So we'll set it up again, right? And then we'll call this P for pole. So from the angle, that would be my opposite, right? The whole thing. We're going to do the whole thing. And there's my adjacent. So we'll do, okay. Do tangent of 27 is equal to the opposite, which is P for pole, over the adjacent, which is 500. We'll multiply up the 500. We'll go 500 tangent 27 equals P, and I'll just use my calculator again. 500 tangent 27, I get an answer of about 254.76. So this is 254.76. Now if we want the flag, right, we'll just subtract the two of them. Minus my 222.6, and I get an answer about 32.16 feet for the height of the flagpole. Okay, that's not hard, is it? Not a lot of problems, you guys. We have time. Draw a picture. Show the work. Draw a picture. Show the work. Okay? You can. All right. And I'll